Surat Shu'ara. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Ta-Sin Mim. These are verses of the glorious book. O Muhammad, you will perhaps fret yourself to death with grief because they do not believe. If we wanted, we could send down upon them a sign from the heaven before which they would bend their necks in submission. But that is not what we want. They have been turning their backs on each fresh warning that comes to them from the compassionate. But now that they have neglected the warning, they will soon come to know the reality of what they have been mocking at. Have they not looked at the earth to see how we have caused all kinds of noble pears to grow in it? Surely in this is a sign, yet most of them do not believe. In fact, your Rabb is mighty as well as merciful. Remind them of the story when your Rabb called Musa and said, "Go to the wicked people, the people of Fir'aun. Have they no fear?" Musa submitted, saying, "My Rabb, I fear that they will reject me. My breast feels cramped, and my tongue is not eloquent. Send Harun. They have a charge of manslaughter against me, and I fear they may put me to death." Allah said, "Indeed not. Proceed, both of you, with our signs. Surely we are with you, listening. Go to Pharaoh and tell him, we are the Rasuls from the Rabb of the worlds. You should send with us the children of Israel." When they went to Pharaoh and conveyed the message of Allah, he said, "Did we not cherish you when you were a child? Did you not stay several years of your life among us? Then you did what you did. You are so ungrateful." Musa replied, "I did that when I was a misguided youth. I fled from you all because I feared you. But now my Rabb has granted me wisdom and appointed me as one of his Rasuls. Is it a favor with which you taunt me that you have enslaved the children of Israel?" Pharaoh said, "Who is this Rabb of the worlds?" Musa replied, "He is the Rabb of the heavens and the earth, and all that lies between them, if you really care to believe." Pharaoh said to those around him, "Do you hear that?" Musa continued, "He is your Rabb and the Rabb of your forefathers." Pharaoh interjected, "This Rasul of yours who has been sent to you is crazy." Musa continued, "He is the Rabb of the east and the west, and all that lies between them, if you would only care and try to understand." At this, Pharaoh, who did not want to listen anymore, said, "If you serve any other god besides me, I shall have you thrown into prison." At this, Musa said, "What if I show you a convincing sign?" Pharaoh said, "Go ahead, show it if you are of the truthful." Hearing this, Musa threw down his staff, and thereupon it changed into a veritable serpent. Then he drew forth his hand, and it became shining bright for the spectators. After witnessing both the miracles, Pharaoh said to his chiefs around him, "This fellow is certainly a skilled magician, who seeks to drive you out from your land by the force of his magic. Now, what is your advice?" They submitted. "Put him and his brother off for a while, and dispatch heralds to the various cities to bring you every skilled magician." So the magicians were brought together at the appointed time on a fixed day. The people were motivated through saying, "Would you come to the gathering so that we may follow the magicians if they are dominant?" When the magicians arrived, they asked Pharaoh, "Shall we get a reward if we are dominant?" Pharaoh replied, "Yes, of course. You will even be made my courtiers." Musa said to them, "Cast down what you are going to cast." Thereupon they cast down their ropes and staffs, saying, "By the glory of Pharaoh, we shall be the winners." Then Musa threw down his staff, and lo, it swallowed their false devices. At this, all the magicians prostrated themselves, saying, We believe in the Rabb of the worlds, the Rabb of Musa and Harun. Pharaoh shouted, "How dare you believe in him before I give you permission? He must be your master who taught you the witchcraft, but soon you shall find out. I will cut off your hands and your feet on opposite sides and crucify you all." They replied, "We don't care. We are going to return to our Rabb anyway. We only desire that our Rabb may forgive us our sins, as we are the first to believe." We revealed to Musa, saying, "Set off with my servants by night, and beware that you will be pursued." Pharaoh sent heralds to all the cities, and to mobilize his people he said, "These Israelites are a handful of people who have provoked us much, while we have a large army, well prepared. Thus did we make them leave their gardens and their water springs, their treasures and sumptuous dwellings. This is how they were made to lose, while on the other hand we made the children of Israel inheritors of such things." At sunrise the Egyptians pursued them. When the two hosts came face to face, the companions of Musa cried out, "We are surely overtaken." Musa said, "Not at all. My Rabb is with me. He will show me a way out." Then we revealed our will to Musa. "Strike the sea with your staff, and the sea will cleft asunder. Each part stood like a mighty mountain." We made the other party follow them. We delivered Musa and all who were with him, and drowned the others. Surely there is a lesson in this, yet most of these people do not learn this lesson to become believers. The fact is that your Rabb is mighty as well as merciful. Narrate to them the story of Ibrahim when he asked his father and his people, "What is that which you worship?" They replied, "We worship idols and sit beside them with all devotion." Ibrahim asked, "Do they hear you when you call on them? Can they help you or harm you?" They replied, "No, but we found our forefathers doing so." Ibrahim said, "Have you ever seen with open eyes these which you have been worshiping, you and your forefathers? They are all enemies to me, except the Rabb of the worlds, who created me and gave me guidance. He is the one who gives me food and drink, who gives me health when I am sick, who will cause me to die and then bring me back to life, who I hope will forgive me my mistakes on the day of judgment." After this, Ibrahim prayed, "O my Rabb, bestow wisdom upon me, and admit me among the righteous. Grant me a reputation of truthfulness on the tongues of later generations. Count me among the inheritors of the paradise of bliss. Forgive my father, for he is from among those who have gone astray. Do not hold me up to shame on the day